Good morning, Tbirds fans. Don Armiel coming to you live here from Lacombe Harbor Center in Buffalo, New York on the last day here of the preseason showcase. Tbirds coming off a big day yesterday, going 2-0 on the day, having to battle through some grit and grinding this last night against Big D Coffee. Unfortunately, one of our very own, Trevor, will be missing the game today. Make sure he's raring and ready to go and healthy for the games that are going to matter upcoming here in Nashville in 2 weeks. Tbirds are going to be facing off today against the Rochester Junior Americans. I don't know much about them, but I think they're still looking for the first win here on the weekend. Not sure who we'll see in net today, but once again, we'll be coming to you with starting goaltender and starting lineups here momentarily. Early mornings for the boys. I know many of them are looking forward to getting home and sleeping in their own beds tonight. Here we go, just over a minute here left in the game time. I'll tell you, there was a little frustration after last night's game by the coaches, the way Big D Coffee played, but I am glad with the outcome. The fact that our boys are learning to play with each other and for each other. Lots of sharing the puck, moving the puck, and it was Big D's goalie that really kept him in that game. Big shout out to Mr. Dale Spinks for all the hard work he put in this weekend, keeping our boys full of nutrition, food. "15 seconds here left in the warm-ups. I know it's early Mountain Time, so hopefully you have your cup of joe and you're ready for the show. Sucking down some coffee cake or some other kind of vittles. There it is. We just need to get the blood flowing on these early games. Keep the shifts hard and fast and go, go, go. They are coming together. There's your breakdown. It looks like we're going to be seeing Mr. Big Time Hunter Christensen between the pipes. And coming to the ice here to start on the backside, we're going to have Mr. Jackson Dyer and Connor Hilly. Up front, we're going to have Landon Dowd, Irvin Carlson, and Parker Honey Badger Bozich. 16 minutes go up on the clock. There goes the stick banging that our coaches don't like. Refs are ready, players are ready. goal. He's coming off here. Punched down. Connor Hilly picks it up, chips it up off the board. Irvin has it in zone, turns it over. Rochester picks it up. Irvin's back checking. Connor Hilly has it, looking for space. Has Poker. Parker just lost it off the stick. Really good 6-foot pass there. Rochester taking the back of the net. Jackson holds his own, hits Irvin. Irvin dancing off the board. Jackson fires it. Parker in front of the net. Goalie made an incredible glove save. Jackson got all of that. Good start, boys. Wholesale changes. Miller, Sammy, Dylan, Blake, and Connor Spinks here on the backside. Miller steps in, has it. Got it back to Blake. Blake lost it off the stick. Connor defending. Puck got sent through. Little poke to the corner. Puck comes up the half boards. Rochester trying to hold it. Comes off. Blake has it. Blake has wide entry. Finds it. Tried to go up the middle. Got sandwiched. Puck goes in on net. Saved and frozen. Same 5 guys will step in on this draw. Miller steps in to take the face-off. Puck's down to the half boards. Rochester picks it up. Sammy rubs him off. Miller battling. Dylan sends it in. Connor steps short, squeaks by. Dylan Penny on retrieval. Dylan has it. Fires it over to Blake. Blake crossed back to Mills. Mills is going to have his own entry. Gets through. Tried to slide it over to Sammy. Comes right back to Miller. Miller gets checked from behind. Puck goes back behind the net. Good angle by Dylan. Miller has it. Miller around one looking for space. Miller has Connor. Connor turns, fires it. Down in deep. Dylan in there. Dylan playing out of the corner. Dylan slides it over to Connor. Connor has lane, shoots, fires. Glove saved out front and frozen. We'll see wholesale changes here on both sides. Keaton, Liam, Landon, Dashel, and Mark. 14-21 here in the first period. Puck's one back, one forward. Rochester has it. They got zone entry on the wide side. Awesome hit by Mark. Dashel picks it up, wires it to the other side. Keaton gets there, pumps it out and through. Landon's on his horse with Liam. Rochester taking the back of the net. They try to reverse out of it. They send it up the half boards, looking for a breakout. Good angle by Liam. Puck comes out. Rochester has it. They're going to have zone entry. Good stick by Dashel. Dashel has it. Dashel has Liam on the other side. Bump pass to Landon. Landon gets in wide, slips a hit. Turn 5 shot off the post and high. Linden has it. Linden slides it through to the opposite side, blows an edge, and Rochester picks it up. Rochester sends it up and out and down. That's going to be an icing and an offensive zone face-off. Really good shift there by those boys here. Rochester's already trying to get under the official skin here. Wholesale changes. Jack Evans and Connor Ewing on the backside. We have Garrett Killen and Linden on up front. Puck on the dots. Rochester just sends it back behind the net. They send it up and out. Jack had it, but Rochester comes hard. Turn fires. That's a tough one. Save was made. It got cleared, but that second layer by Rochester came in. Virtually impossible for Hunter to be able to recover. That puck was just sitting right there to put home on the backside. Blake and Connor come on the backside. We still have Kellen, Linden, and Garrett on up front. Puck's down. Garrett pokes it through, gets held up at the blue line. Puck gets sent in. Connor's here. Puck's in skates. Rochester comes out with it, slides it to the opposite side. They just fire it in deep. Connor's there. Connor loses an edge back behind. Oh my God. zone edge turnover. Game of opportunity, and your Thunderbirds are down 2-0. Turn the tide, boys. Let's go. We're in full control of this game. Well, it's a game of opportunity, and Rochester is taking advantage of it. Plenty of time to turn this tide. Miller's on, gets it over to Daschel. Daschel bunches it up to Irvin. Irvin playing on the half board. Miller has it. Miller has wide zone entry. Daschel going to the net. Daschel battling back behind with Irvin. Irvin has it up to the half boards. Miller's got it. Miller sends it up and out. Parker is back on retrieval. Parker up to Daschel. Daschel didn't get all of it. Miller has it though. Miller's looking for time and space. Gets it into the zone. We've got to go hard. Everybody's got to go. Kind of watching. Comes out of his zone. Mark has it. Mark over to Daschel. Daschel has Parker. Parker bumps it in. Irvin's on. Miller's coming off. Parker holds his own. Slips it. Gets around one. Yeah, we need Irvin to just come beast mode. Dowd off the board. Dowd has Mark. Mark turns shot, fire, get deflected wide. Irvin's there. Good job, Irvin. Irvin with a strong body. Taking on two. Parker slips through. He's having Dowd come to the slot. Parker turns out of it in his office. Parker from back behind the net, looking for his time and space. Has Daschel. Daschel one tees. Deflected out front. Right back to Parker. Daschel has it. He's got Landon. Oh, in a skate. Rochester clicks it up and out and down. That's going to be an icing. Another good sequence there by your Thunderbirds. Yeah. Yep. Thunderbirds are going to be going on a power play. Ref warned them once. Rochester's getting a little mouthy with the officials, so they're going to send them to the box. Time to go get one here one at a time. Blake and Connor come on to the backside to start this. We have Landon, Irvin, and Parker on up front. 2 minutes to go up on the clock here. 11:13 left in this first period. Irvin steps in for the draw. Pucks one back. Connor has it. Working to get it set up. Has Landon. Landon right back to Connor. Connor turns shot fired. Pucks loose out front. Oh, slid the backside. Parker got crushed in front. Connor finds Irvin. Irvin, time and space. Irvin to Landon. Landon reverse hit, looking for space. Landon slides it through. He's got a lane. Oh, at Parker right in front, comes out to Blake. Blake can't hold his own. Puck comes out. Regrouping here in the neutral zone. Blake to Connor. Connor leaves it for Landon. Landon up to Blake, misses the pass. Rochester turns, fires it. It's right here on the blue line. Irvin has it. Irvin splits. He's got wide entry, protecting the puck. Sends it up to Blake. Blake walks. Blake's getting slashed. Connor has it. Connor escapes one. Connor turned backhand pass. Puck's there. Rochester tries to clear it. Blake has it. Blake walks. Blake looking for time and space. He's taking the back of the net. Loses it. He's got Irvin on the backside. Irvin puck protecting. Gets taken down from behind, but gets right back up. Irvin has a seam. Blake's there. Turn, fire shot high and over the net. Puck's out front. Rochester's able to gather here. 30 seconds left. Landon has it, slides it out front with Irvin. Misses. Blake picks it up off the half boards. Turn shot fired. Goalie save. We're there. Parker has it. Parker has Connor. Connor looked back to Parker. Couldn't hold it. Puck's out of the zone. Connor on retrieval loses it in front. Taking the back of the net. Leaves it for Dowd. Dowd coming through with speed. He's got a head of steam. Dylan Penny on the ice with Garrett. I'm going to call it offside. That's a bummer there. 9-11. Wholesale changes. Jackson and Jack come on the backside. We got Miller, Sam, and Dylan on up front. Puck in skates. Rochester chips it up. Jackson has it. Tried to fire it in. Gets blocked in, but good back checks going on here. Sam comes through with it. Trying to stick with it. Rochester picks it up. They got zone exit. Try and chip. Little bump from behind there. Good job by Jackson. Sammy chips it up. Has Dylan. Dylan has Miller coming up with speed. Another anticipatory call. Offsides. That'll be a neutral zone faceoff. We just got to have our heads on the swivel. They're looking for ways to get pieces of the body in the play, behind the play, off the play. 8:45. Kellen, Garrett, Linden on the ice. Puck's down. Rochester has it. They miss the over. They send it up hard. Gets chipped up and out of play. Should be a neutral zone faceoff. Puck one back. Jack picks it up. Jack bumps it up to Jackson. Jackson chips it up and through. If we hurry, we have a 3-on-2. Kellen gets bodied off, sticks with it here on the half board. Puck comes through. Jackson has it. He's got a lane. Turn shot fire, saved and frozen. It's going to be another penalty, interference penalty by Rochester and power play for your Thunderbirds. So Daschel and Mark will come on the backside to start this power play with Miller, Garrett, and Dylan. 8:21 here left in the first period. Thunderbirds out shooting Rochester 9-3, but down 2-0. Puck's one back by Miller. Miller gets it to Daschel. Daschel walks. Daschel has Dylan. Dylan looking for space. Dylan leaves it for Daschel on the half board. Daschel leaves it back up for Dylan. Dylan over to Mark. Mark turn shot fired. Puck saved high. Up and out of play. That'll be a face-off to the right side of the goalie. Again, good passing sequence. Here we go. Miller steps in for the draw. Miller wins it back. Dylan gets it over to Mark. Mark sends it right back to Dylan. Dylan turn fires it high, misses the net completely out of the zone. Mark back on retrieval. Mark has Miller. Miller's looking for speed. Miller has speed to the outside. He's got zone entry hard. Takes it back to the net. Had Dylan. Dylan turn fires. Goalie gets a piece of it. Garrett comes in, holds it. Garrett has it back to the net. He's got Daschel. Daschel turn fire, shot blocked out front, comes right back out to Daschel. Daschel up to Mark. Mark turn fires, deflected just over the goalie. Puck's finally frozen. Keep hands down. Man, your Thunderbirds are doing everything right to find the back of the net. They just got to keep working hard and get to that net front. 1 minute here left in the power play. Wholesale changes. Blake and Connor come on the ice with Landon, Parker, and Irvin. Pucks one back. Connor picks it up. Connor has Landon. Landon working off the wing. Landon back to Connor. Connor over to Blake. Blake walking the blue line. Back over to Connor. Connor tried to slide it through to Irvin. Gets Landon off the board. Nice little nifty doodah. Landon from behind the net. Landon has Connor. Connor walks. Backhand pass out of the zone. Blake has it. He's puck protecting. Thunderbirds are going to get another power play. They're going to call Rochester for another one. Blake has speed to the outside. Blake now has zone entry. He's got Parker and Irvin going with him. Turn shot fires loose out front. And there you go. Your Thunderbirds are going to be in a 5-on-3 for 12 seconds. So we have time to go score a quick one here and then score another one. Looks like the same 5 guys are going to stay out there. Let's go get a quick one here, boys. Come on. Puck one back. Blake has it. Blake has Irvin. Irvin turns shot, fire up and over the net. Again, completely. Connor's there to hold it. Irvin had it, got poke checked. Parker has it, working out of the corner. Now we're 5-on-4, leaves it for Irvin. Irvin touched fire into the goalie. Belly. Dassel and Marker are going to come back on with Miller, Garrett, and Dylan. Let's attack, draw him in, create lanes, and get to the net front. Pucks one back to Dassel. Dassel over to Mark. Mark turns shot fired off the goalie, back into the corner. Mark steps to short it, sends it back behind the net. Rochester clears it. Dassel has it. Dassel leaves it to Mark. Mark's looking for time and space. Mark has zone entry to the wide side. Oh, there it is! There it is! Mark with a little backhand slider. Dassel to Mark. Mark did the rest of the work. Zone entry. Found the back of the net. And we've got a 1-goal game here. 5:43. Here left in the first period. 1 goal at a time. Jackson Dyer, Connor Hilly come on the backside. Landon Keaton and Liam. Jackson has it. Turns, dumps it in deep. Rochester goalie tried to come out and play it. Missed it. Liam's there on a good angle. Keaton comes in. Landon has it now. Looking for time and space. Fires it back down in. Keaton back behind the net. Working through it. Gets rubbed off. Puck comes up. Jackson holds it. Turns it back. Fires back down in the corner. Liam with a good angle. Keaton and Liam battling down there. Landon comes through to support. Landon has Jackson. Jackson gets through one. Gets it in deep. Rochester gets it off the half board, but we're all over him. Liam on the spot. Good angle has it to Connor Hill. He turns, fires on net. Landon working out of the corner. Rochester's getting frustrated. Jackson steps short, the zone does. Liam holds the zone covering for defense, but they get it out. Connor Healy back here on the retrieval. Connor's looking for space just to get it out. Leaves it there for Jackson. Rochester chips it in, but Jackson takes away the body. Landon working behind the net with some fancy deception. Again, turns out of it. Chips it off the board for Jackson. Jackson sends it up the out. It gets cleared. It's off. Landon picks it up with speed. Lyndon Burns now on with Garrett. Landon gets around one. Little backhand just missed. Lyndon picks it up there. Connor and Blake on the backside. Landon has it. Landon slides it up to Blake. Blake walks the line. Tried to get it through. Gets deflected by Garrett. Goalie just poked it to the opposite boards. Lyndon has it. Connor shoot. Lake pad save. Puck comes up to the opposite hash mark. Garrett's there in pursuit. I mean, Rochester really has nowhere to go. Garrett's trying to eat it until he gets support. Lyndon comes through, has it in, skates. Lyndon and Garrett battling. Puck comes up the half boards. Rochester chips it out. And they've got zone entry. Blake with a good stick. Good team defense there by Connor and Blake. Puck comes off. Kellen has it. He's got speed. He's got Garrett going with him. Connor has outside entry. Turns out fire up and over the net. Garrett comes in, ties this guy up. Lyndon in pursuit. Puck comes up. Connor was able to hold his own, but it goes off a Rochester body. Rochester now has zone entry to the outside. Good stick by Connor. Chips it up the half boards. Puck comes out to the middle. Rochester has it. Slides it through to the opposite corner. And Connor's in pursuit. Connor reverses the side of the ice. Blake's working to get there. Can't. Kellen's going to pick that up behind the net. He's got some speed. Got stick check, turn the puck over. Rochester blows an edge. They have it in the high slot, turn shot, fire, blocked by Blake, but again, bounce right back to Rochester. They get a shot and miss the net. Hunter loses a stick. Thunderbird's going to be going short-handed. Given an interference call. I'm not sure who it's on, but your Thunderbirds are going to be going short-handed. Blake is going to the box. Dylan gave Rochester a little love tap behind the scenes, and that's what they deserve because that's flying all over the ice. So we'll have Dashel and Mark come on the backside to start this kill with Miller and Parker. Miller steps in. Pucks one up by Rochester. They hold the zone. They have a cross pass. Rochester working out of the corner. They bring it back up high. Cross to the other side, changing the side of the ice, looking for backdoors. They have the opposite side, turn fire, miss the net. It's going to come up and out on its own. Dylan's going to go apply some pressure. They mishandle it. Dylan's back there in the 2-on-1. Rochester comes from out behind the net. Linden has it. Forces a turnover, gets taken down. Dylan's there trying to eat it. Rochester comes out with it. Rochester misses the out of the zone pass, but they now have a good job by Mark standing them up on the blue line offside. Good stick by Mark there. Good beginning here of the penalty kill. Jack and Jackson come on the ice with Garrett and Linden. Each his own face-off. 1:51 here left in this first period. Good job. Garrett wins it down, is able to chip it in deep. That's going to kill another 20 seconds. Rochester from back behind the net. A cross pass off the skate, turn it over. Garrett turns and dumps it in. Linden's going to apply pressure with that long reach. Rochester up the outside has the cross pass. They're going to have zone entry. Good block by Jack. Puck goes back behind the net. Jack stays with this guy. Pucks and skates. Good job here by, that was Linden, gets the clear. Good team defense here. Kellen now on with Dylan. Dashel on. Puck goes into the opposite side of the ice. Dashel has it, turns, rips it. Dylan chips it up and out of the zone. Puck gets sent right back in. Dashel has it. Dashel turns, rips it high and hard and out and down. 10 seconds left here in the kill. Kellen on his horse. Rochester up the outside looking for that bump pass. Rochester has neutral zone. Good job by Dylan. Puck sent the opposite side of the ice. They got a penalty on Dylan. They're calling a trip on Dylan. So we're going to go right back on the penalty kill. .36 here left in the first period. 2 minutes go up on the clock to kill. Kellen and Miller, Dashel and Mark. Pucks one back. Mark has it. Turns and fires it up. Comes back to Miller. Can't get it clear. Miller sticks with it. Miller has it. Miller gets around one. Miller chips it in. Just looking to kill time here. 20 seconds left. Sticks with it. They're going to call Miller for a penalty. High stick. We're going to go into a 5-on-3 situation. He was trying to lift the stick. Stick just came up high. So we're going to be 5-on-3 for 1:39. 14.6 here left in this first period. Dashel and Mark remain on the backside. Linden on up front. Linden wins it back. Dashel gets around one. Dashel gets interfered with. Attaboy. That's how you do it. Dilly. We're going to be going into a 4-on-3 situation with 4.3. Dashel drawing a penalty. Otherwise, he had Mark going with him on the opposite side. 4.3 left here. Lennon wins it forward. Dashel comes through with it, trying to get there. Puck's behind the net. That's going to do it for your first period. We'll have a short intermission. When we come back, we'll be 4-on-3. I'm not even going to try and do the math because there are 3 penalties up on the board right now, but we'll be back with you here in a moment. I got to tell you, I like the way we're playing. We just got to maintain the consistency and not stoop. We got to put the pedal to the metal and drive away from this one. Shots are 17-5 in favor of your Thunderbirds. Keep working hard, and the puck luck's going to start coming our way. So 4-on-3 for about 1:24. We see Jackson, Dyer, Connor Hilly, and Helen O'Leary coming to the ice. Kellen ties his guy up, comes out with it. Jackson has it, gets it on the blue line. Rochester has the over. They're looking to get zone entry. They now have it. They have the point. Opposite side of the ice. They go back to the point. Turn shot, fire, save. Good job by Hunter. Calm and collected. Got it right in the belly. Poked it out to keep the clock moving. Rochester loses it out of the zone, being forced to regroup. Good stick and angle by Kell. Rochester with the over. Now they're going to have zone entry. Go high. Looking for lanes. Backside. Back door. Good stick by Kell. Good clear here by Connor Hilly. Good job, boys. Rotation there with sticks and lanes. 32 seconds left here in the 4-on-3. Rochester misses the pass over. That's going to be an icing. Rochester coach is pissed. Hitting the glass. Shaking his head. Arms crossed. That is an icing. That'll set up an offensive zone face-off. 27 seconds left. That brings Connor and Blake on the backside. Up front, we've got Garrett. Let's go, boys. 15:02. Rochester comes through. They've got it. Good job by Blake and taking an angle. Rochester's able to chip it in. Connor back on retrieval. Connor working to eat it. Puck comes up the outside. Rochester has an over. Good stick by Connor. Good read. Connor turns, rips it. Rochester gloves it in the neutral zone, has the over. They're looking for zone entry. 20 seconds left here in the 4-on-3. They're not giving them much time and space. Oh, there it is. Yep, Land is now on. It's 4-on-4. Puck's in all the way through, so we have Dylan and Landon, Blake and Connor. Good angle. Oh, shoot. Blake had a good poke here. Turn fire blocked by Connor. Rochester tried to chip it back behind, but Blake has it. Miller's now out. 5-on-4. Blake to the outside. Blake turn shot, fire, puck's loose out front. Landon has it. Landon sends it back down to Dylan. Dylan's looking for space. Dylan leaves it for Dashel. Dashel off the board to Landon. Dylan has it. Missed it, but gets it right back. working a puck protect. Rochester tries to clear it up and out, gets through Blake. Dashel back on retrieval. We are now 5-on-5. Dashel up to Blake. Blake chips it. Miller hard on his horse, trying to chip it through. Gets taken down. Dylan has it. Dylan gets through one, turn shot fire. It's loose out front. Poke check. Dylan comes through and gets it. Dylan with the reverse hit. Gets cross check. Miller has it. Slips one. Dylan has it. Move the puck, guys. Come on. Move it. Move it. Landon comes through. Oh, my gosh. Too much one-on-one action there. We got to move that puck. Allowed them to defend two guys, or three guys with two players. Icing. Dashel Mark on the backside. We've got Liam, Kellen, and Keaton on up front. Kellen steps in for the draw. Then skates. Gets out to the corner. Keaton pursuing. Rochester picks it up, trying to go back behind the net. Clear up and out and down. That's going to be an icing. We'll stay right here. .12:35 here left in the second period. Same five guys are going to step in. Have Kellen win it back. Liam streaking through and rip it. Kellen steps in for the draw. Puck gets one in the corner. Rochester tries to send it to the opposite side. Dashel steps to short it. Chips it through. Dashel Liam. Dashel chips it through. Dashel has the back of the net. Dashel has Kellen. Kellen got stick check, sticks with it, gets it in deep. Oh, Rochester crosses. They have the exit. Thurman dump it in deep. Come out front. Good job back checking. Kellen chips it up and through. It gets left there. Oh, goodness. Kellen had Mark going to the net. Little chip. Goalie makes a good save. Rochester has it, sends it up and out and down. That is not going to be icing. Yeah, it gets there, barely. Again, we're giving Rochester everything they can handle. If we keep moving the puck, they're going to take a penalty or get out of position. Jack and Jackson on the backside with Parker, Landon, and Irvin. Puck's one back. Jackson has it turned. Fires. Gosh, good shot. Goalie got a punch save out to the opposite side. Puck's in on net. Parker from back behind the net with a wrap. Net's off. That'll be an offensive zone faceoff. Landon steps in. Rochester back behind the net, sends it up the half boards. They're going to have zone exit. Good job by Irvin. Jack gets the puck through. Rochester picks it right back up. Rochester up the middle. You're going to have a cutback. Irvin picks it up. Irvin has Landon on the outside. Landon has Jackson going with him. Landon cuts back. Turn shot fired. Great glove save. Holy cow. I mean, their goalie is absolutely keeping them in the game. That was one of those sweet shots just above the pad. The goalie gets a piece on it. Had Jackson driving to the backside. Wholesale changes. Blake and Connor Healy on the backside. Miller, Sam, and Dylan on up front. Touchdown. Connor Healy shots. Gets deflected off a Rochester kid back behind the net. They send it up the boards. Blake stepped to short it. Couldn't hold it in the zone. Miller picks it up. Over to Connor Healy. Connor Healy up to Dylan. Dylan off the half boards. Rochester sends it back. Connor Healy has it. Pokes it up to Dylan. Dylan ships it up and through. And Rochester picks it up in their defensive zone. Tries to go cross pass. Blake's right there. Sends it in. Right back to Rochester. Rochester with an over and over up. Miss it. Blake's there. Blake turns, rips it in. again, Rochester collects it. They're trying to stretch pass. That's interference right there. Miller able to slip through. Sticks with it as Dylan going with him. Oh my God, there it is! He had a baby, Sammy. Hard work by Miller on the blue line. Dylan puts it on net, and Sammy takes out the trash to tie this game up at 2s. With 10:15 here left in the second period. Again, you keep working hard, and that puck luck's going to start coming your way. And that was nothing but hard work there, boys. Dashel and Mark come on the backside. Up front, we've got Kellen, Garrett, and Linden. Puck's in skates. Rochester comes in, turns and dumps it in. Back behind the net. Dashel bodies him off. Mark has the puck. Rochester has it high. Turn shot fired. Glove saved by Hunter. Offensive zone face-off, 10:01 here in the second period. Kellen will step in. Getting his mouth guard back in place. There we go. Puck's in dots. Dashel has it. Sends it back behind the net. Thunderbirds are going to be going on a power play because Dashel draws another penalty. And then Mark got tripped. So we're going to be in a 5-on-3 just like that. Let's go get 2 goals here. Make them pay the piper. Coach is asking what happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, happened right in front of us. Nothing to talk about. So 23-8, shots in favor of your Thunderbirds. 9:51 here left in the second period. Oh no, looks like Connor's being treated for something. I can't tell exactly what. Hopefully we get to see him back here on the ice. He's got a smile on his face though, so that's encouraging. Little father-son action going on down there. Work your magic, Dale. Let's go, buddy. All right. Rochester is going to have 3 guys in the box. So oh no, they're kicking the one guy that hogtied Dashel out of the game. So they're going to be down a player for the rest of the game. Send another kid into the box to serve his penalty. Mark and Dashel on the backside with Miller, Dylan, and Garrett. Puck comes back to Dashel. Dashel over to Mark. Mark walks. Mark turns shot fired. Puck gets saved. Miller's got it back behind the net. Dylan over to Mark. Mark shot blocked. Mark shits it down in deep. Net's off. That'll be an offensive zone face-off. And wholesale changes. Atta baby. Well, Connor's back. We've got some tough kids out here. Parker, Landon, Irvin come onto the ice. 136. Here, let's go get one so we can, we're in a 5-on-3. Let's get one moved to a 5-on-4 and just score 2. Parker comes through with it. Parker's looking to get this thing set up. Parker leaves it for Landon. Landon walks the seam, finds, there it is! Time and patience picking his spot. And that's a power play goal. We'll go to a 5-on-4. Atta baby Doubter. Yeah, swish. He calls his shot. Let's go get another one right here, right now. 9:19, 128 left in the 5-on-4. Rochester was trying to pull a fast one and pull the wrong kid out of the box. Refs were Johnny on the spot and got that call. Same 5 guys step in. Rochester comes out with it. Just turns, dumps it in deep. Gloves by Blake. Blake over to Connor. Connor's taking the back of the net to get this thing set up. Leaves it for Landon. Landon with speed on the outside has zone entry. Was trying to get through one. Puck was able to be chipped up and out by Rochester. Connor has it. Connor over to Blake. Blake back to Connor. Connor up to Parker. Parker's going to have zone entry. Parker puck protect. She's got help from Irvin. Irvin picks it up. Has Blake. Blake has Landon on the opposite side. Landon turned fire, shot saved and frozen. There we go. Mark and Dash will come on with Dylan, Garrett, and Miller. 42 seconds to get one more here. Rochester has lots of words for the officials. They're going to start getting some unsportsmanlike. They're not even off the ice. They drop the puck. Dylan from back behind. Dylan had Miller. Miller turned shot, fire, save back out to the corner. Miller picks it right back up. Miller's looking for time and space. Turned fire, shot, deflected back behind. Garrett picks it up. Garrett up to Mark. Mark turned fire, shots loose out front. Still loose. Dashel holds his own. Dashel has Miller. Miller gets around one. Tried to slide it through. Miller gets it right back. Miller slides it to Dashel. Dashel right back to Miller coming through. Turn shot, fire, wide of the net. Garrett has it. We're even. Comes all the way through. Dylan picks it up. Turns out of it. Got stick check. That's out of play. It got cleared. Hit a stick on our bench. So that should be a neutral zone face-off. Or are they going to leave it in the zone? Wholesale changes. Yep, they're going to leave it in the zone since that's where it was cleared from. Wholesale changes. Connor Hilly, Jackson on the backside. Keaton, Kellen, and Liam. Puck sent to the corner. Keaton has it back behind the net. Working a body, gets tackled. No call, gets cross-checked a couple times. Rochester comes out with it. They have his own exit. Trying to get it around Jackson. Jackson with a good stick. Prevents any entry. Rochester does finally get entry. Tried to go to the backside. Good job by Connor Hilly with the stick. Kellen's got a head of steam. He's getting slashed all the way up. Gets through. 2-on-1. Tried to slide it to Liam. Comes right back to Kellen, back behind the net. Kellen sends it up high. It goes out of play. Lots of cheap shots going on by Rochester. Going to be another power play for your Thunderbirds. We'll play this game all day. So 7:01 here left in the second period. 2 minutes to go up on the clock. We see Mark and Dashel come on the backside. Miller, Dylan, Garrett on up front. Again, the coach is trying to have conversation. Not much to talk about there, boys. Miller's going to step in and take this face off. Rochester has it. They'll be trying to clear it. Sends it back behind the net. Mark's able to hold his own. Turn shot, fire, whistles the opposite side. Dashel holds it, sends it off the half boards to Dylan. Dylan's working back, loses it off a skate. Rochester tries to send it up the half boards. Dashel has it. Dashel back to Dylan. Dylan over to Mark. Mark to Miller. We'll try to slide it through. Garrett got cleaned in front. Goalie freezes it, so we're going to have a wholesale change. No. So it looks like Dashel and Connor Hilly. Miller, Dylan, Garrett stay up front. 1:24 left in the power play. Puck's one high. Connor Hilly has it. Connor walks. Connor turns, shot, fires. Puck's loose out front. Puck's loose out front. There it is! There it is! Hardwood. Power play goal. Making this a 4-2 game. Shots in favor, 31-8 of Rochester. Shots on net, get to the net, and good things happen. Here we go. 6:16 left here in the second period. Blake and Connor Spinks come on the backside. Landon, Parker, and Irvin on up front. Puck's down. Rochester has it, but Blake steps in, takes possession right back. Blake gets it down into the corner. Just looking to eat it. Rochester comes out with it. Parker causing havoc. Parker has a seam, backhand shot up and over the net. Landon steps there, sends it to Irvin. Tried to clean Landon. Landon took care of business. Puck high in the air. Rochester has his own exit. Landon's there, gets it right back to Blake. Blake sends it up. Rochester turns, fires it in. Deep. Connor back on retrieval. Connor with the cross pass, got blocked. They're going to call Parker. Rochester took liberties on Blake. So looks like we're going to have Parker going to the box and a Rochester kid going to the box. I couldn't tell if Parker got his hands up or not down here. Looked like he was trying to come in with hands down. So it should be a 4-on-4 situation. Five on five. They're calling. They weren't matching, but they are calling 5-on-5. They're trying to argue a 4-on. I don't know what they're arguing. They're going to run 5-on-5. So boys in the box will not be out till 3:26. Jackson and Jack on the backside. Looks like we have Kellen, Garrett, and Linden on up front. Linden comes through with it. Puck comes out of the zone. Garrett's on his horse. Rochester tried to clear it. Can't. Kellen's working hard on the board. Puck's there. Board battle's going on here. Garrett looking for a good angle. Rochester comes out with it. Good job by Jack to get in the lane. Made the right play. Rochester being forced to regroup. Rochester misses it. Jackson has it. Jackson chips it up and out of the zone. They're going to be more matching here. Nope. They're sending Linden in all on his own merit for interference, they call. We got to keep our composure here. We're going to be shorthanded for 2 minutes. Rochester comes out with it. They got it high. Kellen gets a piece of that. Rochester working out of the corner. Good stick initially by Garrett. Almost cleared the zone. They missed the overpass completely, but they're able to keep it in the zone. They go back down to the low slot on the outside. Good stick and step here by Jackson. Kellen working hard up the boards, trying to clear it out. Puck is finally able to get cleared out and down. We're changing. Rochester took another penalty. Pure frustration. We're going to be 4-on-4 here for 1:24, and then we'll get a small power play for about 36 seconds. So Miller, Dylan, Daschel, Mark on the backside. Daschel gets his own entry. Miller comes through with it, protecting, tried to send it up the middle. Rochester has it, turns, fires it up and out and down. That's going to be an icing, setting up an offensive zone faceoff. Miller will step in and take this draw. Absolutely looking to win it back. Rochester has it, tried to turn, change the side of the ice. Daschel's going to step to short it. Oh, Daschel lost it off his stick, sticking with it. Puck comes over to Miller. Miller's got an in-turn shot fire, misses the net. Rochester has it. They're going to have zone exit. Turn and dump it in the zone, the opposite side. Mark's Hunter puts a little yield on that. Mark from back behind the net, got stick check. Dylan's back there supporting. Dylan comes out with it. Dylan has Daschel on the opposite side with Miller. Miller and Daschel coming in. Daschel's trying to go to the net. Daschel in front, tip. Dylan has it. There's another one. Yep, these guys can't help themselves. They must not have been fed last night or this morning because they're in a bad mood. Oh, are they calling Daschel? Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. That's not what I saw. But what do I know? I'm just the guy behind the camera. So we're gonna be we've got 1 second till we get Linden out of the box, and we'll be 4-on-4 for about 37 seconds. Puck's one back. Shot blocked, deflected. Connor gets the puck cleared. Irvin now on. Landon and Irvin. Landon with a little shot, save. Rochester comes out with it, sends it high in the air. Landon gloves it, gets a puck in deep. We're 4-on-4 here. Landon trying to puck protect. Rochester comes out with it. Blake stepped to short it. Irvin has it. Irvin got stick check, trying to stick with it. Rochester having to regroup deep in their own zone. Landon has it, makes a move. Has Irvin. Irvin looking for time and space, has the seam, sent it through. Connor's got it up high. Connor turns, shot fire, gets deflected wide. Blake's going to hold that. And we're in a penalty kill, controlling play. Rochester picks it up back behind their net. Has the overpass. They're going to get zone entry. Turn, fires it in. Connor with a good angle. Blake comes through, tried to chip it up and out and does. Sam on. Kellen's getting ready to come on. Oh, Rochester up the middle first. Rochester has it in, but not control. Connor's there. Connor reverses the side, and then it has Blake. Hand pass. Should be out of the zone. .120 left in the second period. Again, shots are 33-10 in favor of your Thunderbirds. Puck one back. Blake has it. Turn, clears the zone. Rochester picks it up. They have the over. Get the line, turn and dump it in deep, out of control. Connor's going to get there with ease. Turns and rips it. Jumps the side, takes a funky bounce. Sam's there. Kellen comes through, chips it back behind the net. Connor clears it. And we've got Sam on the backside. Kellen joining him, hard to the net. Oh! Sammy had Kellen going hard to the net. Kellen puts it on net. Goalie had to make the save. Blake has it. Blake turns, shot, fire, save. Puck's loose out front. Linden had an open net. Shot got deflected off the stick. Rochester sends it up and out and down. We'll stay here. Is that no? Will not be an icing. The ice is a little bit dead with the snow on it. Puck comes up. Miller has it on the outside. We're now 5-on-5. Miller to the outside. Puck gets in deep. It's in the far corner. Kellen comes in. Jack and Connor Hilly on the back. Miller has it. Turn, shot, fire, saved out to the corner. Rochester reverses the backside of the net. Chips it up and out. And that's going to do it for the second period. We've got a 2-goal favor in your Thunderbirds, 36-10. And we'll be back with you on the flip side of this intermission. Boys are getting ready to come back to the ice here. 35 seconds here left in this intermission. Zamboni just getting off the ice. The ice looks a little wet in a few areas. Zamboni doors are not yet shut.
You'll probably be running before the end of the game or right at the end of the game. Start place at 11.
All right. Safe travels. There's the whistle. Boys are making their way on the ice. Have yet to see Rochester surface. We're looking to just finish this one, put an explanation on the weekend. Whistle has blown. Refs are irritated. They want to get going here. Stripes are a little grabby pants too. Here we go. Jackson, Dyer, Connor Hilly on the backside. We have Kellen, Garrett, and Linden on up front. Get Kellen out of the face-off circle. Linden's in. Puck gets sent across. Jackson in there, protecting. Puck sent up. Linden on the forward check. Linden and Garrett. Rochester has it. Good body by Jackson. Connor Hilly loses an edge, was able to keep the puck on the stick. Jackson was able to chip it up to Garrett. Comes through. Kellen has it. They're slashing and hooking and stuff already. Puck comes up high. Jackson has it. Jackson backhands it right down the middle. Rochester picks it up. Turns, clears it up and out. They're going to call icing. That'll be an offensive zone face-off. And a likelihood changes right out the gate. Mark and Dash will come on the backside. Landon, Parker, Irvin on up front. Puck's down. Landon has it, leaves it for Dashel. Dashel turns, dumps it in deep. Parker goes to work in his office. Mark steps to short, comes up to Landon. Good job by Irvin. Puck goes in deep. Dashel on a retrieval. Dashel leaves it for Mark. Rochester turn, fire, shot, pad save to the corner. Rochester sends it all the way through. Parker has it. Parker bumps it to Irvin. Irvin has Mark joining him. Irvin to Mark. Mark turns, shot, fire, saved and frozen. Goalie didn't think he had it, but he did. So that'll be an offensive zone face-off. Same 5 guys will step in for this. Landon in on the draw, wins it back. Puck comes out, Mark has it. Mark sends it up the middle, has Irvin. Irvin up the outside, tried to turn out of it. Slides it through. Parker right back to Irvin. Irvin had Mark going to the backside, missed. Mark out of the corner. Mark tried to send it around. Dashel's going to step to short it. Does, sends it on net. Parker's going to pick that up. Parker slips one. Rochester is able to poke it through. Irvin's there. Dashel steps to support. Rochester chips it high, up, and out. No ice. Landon's back on retrieval. Leaves it up for Mark. Mark has Dashel up the opposite side. Dashel has Parker and Landon. Oh, there it is! Mark hits Dashel up the outside. Dashel finds Landon going to the net with the stick on the ice. And Landon finds the back of the goal for his second goal of the game. Mark to Dashel to Landon. Attaboy. 5-2 in favor of your Thunderbirds. 13:57 here left in the contest. Shots 39-10 in favor of your Thunderbirds. Wholesale changes with Sam, Miller, Dylan, Blake, and Jack Evans on the backside. Sam comes through, pokes it forward. Miller's going in to apply pressure. Rochester over. Can't get it out. Dylan has it, sends it cross ice. Sam in pursuit. Rochester chips it up and out. Jack has it. Jack sends it over to Blake. Blake turns, fires it in. Rochester regrouping. Reverses the side of the ice, misses it. Sam's going to pick that up off the half board, slides it to Miller. Miller looking for time and pace, sends it high to Jack. Jack turns, fires it in, misses the net, comes up the slash. Blake pokes it down into the corner. Miller has it. Miller was looking for Sammy. Got a stick check. Rochester out of the corner. Looking to stretch. They miss it. It's going to go up and out and down. That'll be an icing. Setting up an offensive zone faceoff. Miller in for the draw. Dylan Penny comes out with it, battling down here in the corner. Rochester trying to get it up the half boards. They get by Mills. Rochester out of the zone. Jack has it. Jack sends it up the half boards looking for Sam. Sam with a reverse hit. Miller coming through with it. Rochester pokes it in. Jack to Blake. Blake's looking to take the back of the net. Has it. Tried to send it up. Came off the stick. 2-on-1 of the net. Good job by Jack defending that as they had a 2-on-1. Rochester working out of the corner. Jack ties his guy up. Blake comes through, picks it up. Blake up the middle. Rochester with the good stick is able to hold the zone. Puck tip. Sam is able to finally chip it out. We're looking for changes. Are you going to call offside? Jackson Dyer and Connor Healy on the backside. Up front we have Landon, Liam, and Keaton. Rochester wins it back, turns, fires it in. Jackson back on retrieval. Jackson fires it back behind the net, has Connor Healy. Connor Healy up the middle, off a skate. Keaton, they're going to call icing and an interference call because he took Keaton right off the play on the blue line. So Thunderbirds are going to be getting a power play here. 2 minutes to go up on the clock. Dashel Mark come on the backside. Dylan Garrett Millsy up front. Those ones it back to Dylan. Dylan gets it back to Dashel. Dashel has Garrett. Oh, no. They call offside. Beats his own face off. Do this all over again. The same play. Puck comes across ice. Dashel turns, fires it into the opposite side. Mark's going to get there to hold it. Mark gets around one. Mark has Dashel. Dashel has Miller. Miller's looking for time and space. Miller has Lane, had it come off his stick. Rochester picks it up. Someone's got to go on him. No winner. Dashel bodies his guy up. Mark has it. Gets it through to Dylan. Dylan has zone entry. Turns out of it. Dylan got stick checked, loses it. Tries to stick with it. Mark's able to hold it, backhands it in, deflected on net by Garrett. Garrett comes up to Dashel. Dashel had Dylan in front, gets cross-checked. Rochester sends it up and out and down, no icing. Hunter plays it, good play here. Dashel comes through with speed. Dashel got stick check, turned it over. Rochester in, Mark took him down from behind. That's going to be a penalty on Mark. They call a penalty shot. No, they're going to call a penalty shot.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Hunter. Rochester in. Misses! Attaboy! So the good thing about that is your Thunderbirds stay on the power play for 41 more seconds. Dashel Blake on the backside, Irvin Parker Landon on up front. Puck's out. Landon has it, turns out of it. He's looking to get some speed going. Landon gets to the outside. He's going to get zone entry. We already know that. He's got Irvin driving. Oh my God, off the crossbar, out to Blake. Blake sends it back down to Landon, goes through. Parker's there. Parker to Landon. Parker has it back. Parker turns out of it, gets taken down. Landon has it. Blake turns, fires shot, glove save, and frozen. 5 seconds left here in the power play. Wholesale changes. Lyndon, Garrett, Kellen, Jack, and Connor Hilly. Kellen steps in for the face-off. One back. Connor Hilly has it. Turn shot. Connor gets deflected up and over the net. Garrett sticks with it. Kellen picks it up, sends it back behind the net. Then pokes it through to Lyndon. Lyndon with an angle. Lyndon and Garrett on the board. Rochester skates through. Turns out of it. Garrett's applying all kinds of pressure. They try to come up the middle, miss the pass, but get it right back. They have the clear. They have zone entry. Good angle by Jack. No, they're going to call Jack on a penalty. Wow. Tripping, what are they going to call? The guy tried to miss the hit. I don't think it's a penalty at all. No penalty. Oh, they are. Oh, they're taking Jack to the box. I don't know. I agree with that. The guy tried to jump around the hit, got a piece of Jack himself. Jack had good body position. Trip. So your Thunderbirds are going to be on the penalty kill for 2 minutes here. Connor and Blake. Oh, they gave Jack a 2 and a 10? I don't agree with that. Lyndon and what is going on here? Yeah, 2 and a 10. I don't agree with that at all. Coach doesn't either. So, Garrett, what? Sam has now been over and back, so now they're not saying a 2 and a 10. Unbelievable. All right. So Garrett, Linden, Blake, and Connor. Good job by Linden. Clears it up and out of play, though. Lots of secondary conversations being asked for, and I don't blame them because these guys were not on the same page here. Nonetheless, 3 seconds tick off. Puck again won. Connor's getting tied up. Rochester off the hash. Sends it up to the point. Up to the far plank, trying to come back through. Misses the through pass. Gets it back. They clear it up and out on their own merit. Regrouping here in the neutral zone. Good job by Linden. Staying, apply pressure. Rochester's going to have his own entry. They take the back of the net. They're looking for something. Good sticks and bodies and lanes. Linden has it. Come on, Linden. Come on, Linden. Finish, kiddo. Oh, good attempt. Linden gets it right back. Gets it over to Blake. Blake turns, dumps it in, and he's got Garrett. Garrett's going to have another chance here. Slash. Nope. No call. The ref was starting to put his arm in the air, didn't. Rochester now has its own exit. 2 really good opportunities there. They're calling too many men on Rochester. Too many men on Rochester, so we're going to be in a 4-on-4 situation for 48 seconds. 8:22 left in this contest. And it looks like we're going to have Landon, Miller, Dassel, and Mark out. Let's go get one here, 4-on-4, and then get another one in the power play. Landon has it, gets it up to Mark. Mark has Dassel. Dassel has all kinds of time. Has Miller's turn shot fired, glove save, frozen. Offense's own face-off. Miller will step in, try to get it back again. Rochester has it. But comes through, sneaks by Mark. Mark back on retrieval. Mark has it back to the net, sends it up the half boards. It's out of the zone. Stick check. Rochester picks it up in the neutral zone. Landon defending. Puck sent back behind the net. Dassel has it. Dassel has time and space. Him and Miller, they have a good 2-man game here. Miller right back to Dassel. Dassel turn fired, misses the net. Comes up and high. Mark has it, though. Mark has Miller. Oh, I was looking for Dassel coming to the backside. Landon has it. We're now 5-on-4. Landon working here. Officials in the way, but Landon is managing his business. Landon with a reverse hit, looking for time and space. Turns out, gets rubbed off. Puck comes high. Mark has it. Mark turns, shot fire, gets deflected down in, and Parker gets clean through the goalie. We're now in a, again, power play situation, so Blake and Connor come on the backside. Up front, we have Irvin, Landon, Parker. Puck comes up high. Blake has it. Blake over to Connor. Connor turns, shot, fires. Low through. Comes up high. Blake has it. Blake is looking to work the blue line. Leaves it for Connor. Connor has Irvin. Irvin, time and space, has Landon on the backside. Blake gets it. Turn fired. Park just tips it up and over. Irvin has it. Working off the seam. Irvin high to Connor. Connor over to Blake. Blake into Irvin off the stick. Parker's going to dig that out of the corner. Parker's going to have the seam. Slides it through to Irvin. Irvin turns shot, fire. Puck's loose out front. Irvin gets it right back. Irvin has Parker on the backside. Can't get through. Irvin looking for time. We are even. We are now even. Random puck through to Irvin. Point blank shot. Goalie's able to make the save. And I tell you what, but for their goalie, this game is a lot worse than 5-2 as the shots are 45-12 in favor of your Thunderbirds. Wholesale changes on both sides with Connor Hilly and Jack Evans coming on the backside. Up front we have Keaton, Miller, and Liam. Puck's one back. Jack steps, tries to poke it through. Puck is able to get poked back out. Connor Hilly and retrieval. Connor cross off the board. Rochester with the stick, but it gets poked back by Miller. Sent off the half boards. Keaton pokes it in. We've got to delay it offside here. Rochester having to pick it up back behind their net. Up the half boards. They're able to clear it. Jack's going to pick that up. He reverses out of it. Try to send it up the half board. Rochester holds it, sends it in deep. Keaton is going to retrieve that. Try to chip it out. Rochester had it. Turn, fire, shot. Lake pad save by Hunter. Shot attempt back, misses the net. Miller has it. Miller chips it up high. Rochester gloves it down, and they're going to call a hand pass, so that'll be a neutral zone face-off right here. Mark and Dash will come on the backside. We've got Sam, Landon, and Dylan on up front. Puck in skates. Dash pokes it forward. Dylan has it. Has the line. Turns, dumps it in deep. Landon blocks it. Has it up front. Sammy had another shot on net. Wide. Dylan battling here. Puck comes up. Dashel has it. Was looking for Sammy. Gets it right back. Dashel leaves it for Landon. Landon has a high seam. Oh, he's got space. Oh, shot misses the net. Dashel's going to hold that in the zone. Dylan helped cover him. Holds the board. Dashel has it. Dashel has the back of the net. Has Sam in front. Sam has it. Sam working off the seam. Turns out of it. Good move by Sammy. Still has it on his stick. Comes off the skate. Dashel back to Landon. Rochester's able to get in the lane. Rochester has zone exit. Good stick by Mark. Puck comes through. Landon and Dashel. Landon looking to create space. Tried to slide it through to Dashel. Rochester with a good stick. Mark is able to hold the zone. Mark turning out of it, looking for time and space. Cross pass right to Rochester. Rochester tried to clear it. They do now. Linden. Back has Landon. Landon chips it in. We're looking for some changes. Blake on the backside. Kellen holding the zone. Kellen's on with Linden. Puck comes up the middle. Mark's able to hold the blue line. Turn, dumps it in on net. Puck's not frozen. Rochester up the outside. Puck comes out. Garrett's there. Garrett turns it in, delayed offside. Rochester gets it right back. 3 minutes here. Good stick initially by Garrett. Connor defending. Good body angle. Sends it up to Garrett. Garrett chips it to Linden. Linden has Kellen going with him. Linden creating space. Has Blake. Blake turns shot, fires, misses the net. That was a gripper-ripper. Rochester's able to chip it up and out. Blake's going to go get that. Blake working to take the back of the net. Has it, chips it up and out, but Rochester chips it right back in. 2:50 here left in the contest. Connor back from behind the net. Connor has stretch pass, wide open. Garrett finished. Oh, up and over the net. Boy gets his own rebound, knocks it out of the air with an attempt on net. Goalie made the save, and Rochester from back behind their net. Rochester clears it up and out. Missed the cross pass. Connor's going to pick that up. Chips it off the boards. Garrett has it. Chipped it out. Rochester turns, fires it right back in. Kellen's going to pick that up. Kellen chips it up to Linden. Linden has Kellen. Kellen has zone entry. He gets around one. He's got Keaton going with him. Oh, Lord. Good tip by Linden. Keaton to Kellen. Kellen puck protecting, leaves it for Connor Hilly. Connor misses it. Rochester has zone exit. Turns and dumps it in. 1:57 here left in the contest. Kellen back from behind the net. Kellen had Blake. Blake to Keaton. Keaton sends it up. Rochester turns, fires it in. They wave off icing. Hunter stops it behind the net. Kellen up the half boards. Bodies all over the place. Rochester dancing through. Hunter just freezes it. Jack and Connor Hilly on the backside. Puck comes out. Jack reverses the side of the ice. Connor Hilly lets it go through. Takes a Rochester body. Puck up the half board. Rochester gets it back, looking for the backside. Hunter just freezes it. Says, no thank you. 1:20 here left in the contest. Miller, Liam, Keaton. Connor Hilly gets angled off. Back behind the net. Jack comes through, pokes it to the opposite corner, sticks with his guy. Miller comes in to support. Miller slides it through. Liam's able to chip it up and out of the zone. Rochester sends it over, just turns and fires it in. Rochester pulls they're going to call a penalty on us. Jack Evans will go to the box. So for the remainder of the contest, we're going to be in a penalty kill. Mark and Dash will come on the backside. Up front, we have Linden and Kellen. 57.1 in the contest. Puck comes out. Linden has it. Linden dumps. He's going to go win that race. Puck comes up. Half-board. Kellen with a good stick. Linden has it. Rochester gets it back. Have zone entry. Turn fire gets blocked. Datchel has it. Puck not cleared. Mark comes through. Now it's cleared. We have a 3-on-1 here. Leaves it for Kell. Kell brings it out of the zone. Turn hits the ref on the blue line. 10 seconds left in this contest. Rochester crosses it. Ball. 1-0, and that's going to do it. And your Thunderbirds are going to put the exclamation point on this one. In another ugly one, 5-2. Again, shots ended up 46-16 in favor of your Thunderbirds. Thanks to everybody near and far for tuning in this weekend. Thunderbirds end up 3-2 on the weekend. We'll go back to work this next week and the week following, heading into the first games that start to really matter in Nashville. So again, safe travels to those that are traveling. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks to tuning in.